As you can see on the screen, children, we are going to start with the human circulatory system. Which system are we going to study today?
Human circulatory
System.
system.
Before I start with the human circulatory system, I'll be taking up today's session to give you a few basics of things which will be involved in this system. As of now, I'm not starting the system. I'll just tell you what are basic things you should be aware before I start explaining the system to you. So let's start. The most important thing when I talk about the human circulatory system are the blood vessels. What is the most important thing in human circulatory system?
Blood vessels.
Blood vessels.
How many kinds of blood vessels you know about?
Three.
Three.
Please name them.
Arteries, veins,
Capillaries.
So today at the end of the session, you should be able to ask yourself few questions that how much did we know about arteries, veins and capillaries before we started this class, and how much more have we learned? Okay, let's discuss a little bit about these things, because better directly if I start telling you and I keep telling you blood comes in arteries and it goes to veins, this and this, it was no point if you don't know about them. What do you know about arteries and veins? Share with me whatever little bit you know.
They carry
Veins
blood.
carry deoxygenated blood, while arteries carry oxygenated blood. Veins carry blood from the organ system to the heart, while arteries carry blood from heart to the organ system.
Excellent, excellent. Anybody else would like to add on something, beta?
Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood and pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood.
Very good, very good. She's given the exception also, which we have in arteries and veins. Excellent. Anything else anybody would like to add on? Fine. So we know about basically the functions of arteries and veins, what you told me. You know about the exceptions of arteries and veins. Today I'll discuss mainly about the structure. As of now, you must not be aware about the structural differences between arteries and veins. So first I'll try and cover and give you, though again I'm telling you, you will not find it in NCERT or in SCHAN. We directly have the human circulatory system. But only today's session, I'll be going off the syllabus, doing something which will help you later in your life and also in understanding the system in a better manner. So beta, we are starting with the blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels. You've already told me arteries, veins and capillaries. Capillaries are different.
And ma'am, one more point also.
Yes.
Ma'am, arteries are thick and veins are thin.
Arteries are
And
thick
ma'am, one more
veins-
point.
You mean the walls. Okay, you mean the walls.
Ma'am,
Okay.
veins lie above arteries and arteries are deep.
Fine. Deep inside and superficial. That is what you're trying to say? Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Too good. See, Vichas, when we talk about the three kind of blood vessels, these two are almost similar, although you have given me so many differences. But still, if I talk structurally, then there is lot of similarity in दोनों के बीच में, arteries and veins. ये थोड़ा सा अलग है. Which third vessel am I talking about, which is little different?
Capillaries.
So let us find out. You told me so many differences about arteries and veins, but I'm saying they are similar. Comparatively, अगर हम comparison करते हैं in all the three, तो ये अलग हो जाती है. Which one? Capillaries. So what is the similarity and what is the difference? Arteries and veins have a 3-layer walls. Whether it is an artery or it is a vein, their walls have how many layers?
3 layers.
3 layers.
3 layers.
And yesterday, if you remember, when I did lymphatic system also, I talked about lymphatic capillaries. And I told you lymphatic capillaries are quite similar to the blood capillaries. And when I discussed about lymphatic capillary, what did I tell you about the wall or the membrane of the capillary?
They are single layered.
Ma'am, they are single.
Exactly. Single layer of epithelium. And they are very thin now. Walls are very thin. Did we discuss this yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And I also told you that lymphatic capillaries are quite similar to blood capillaries. इसका मतलब capillaries of blood भी same होते हैं. They also are very thin. The membrane is very thin. The wall is very thin. It is just made up of a single layer of cells. When we talk about blood vessels, arteries and veins, how many layers are there in the walls?
3 layers.
3 layers.
Three.
Now
Three.
let me talk about quickly about the 3 layers of these. The outermost layer is called tunica externa. What is the name of the outermost layer?
Tunica externa.
Externa.
Tunica
If you
externa.
remember, I gave you another name of externa. I think yesterday only we did it, or day before yesterday. What was it?
Tunica adventitia.
Tunica
Very good.
adventitia.
Very good. Tunica
Tunica
adventitia. So the outermost layer is called tunica externa or tunica adventitia. And this is made up of fibrous tissue. What kind of a tissue it is made up of?
Fibrous.
Fibrous tissue.
And what is the main function of the outer layer of arteries and veins? Basically, they give strength to the blood vessels. They have a lot of nerves in them. These are the two characteristic features of the outermost layer. Outermost layer is your tunica externa. It gives strength to the vessels and it is supplied with a lot of nerves. Let us talk about the second layer now. Tunica media. This is the middle layer. So what is the middle layer called?
Tunica
Tunica
media.
Tunica media.
Tunica externa, tunica media. Tunica externa is also called tunica adventitia. And tunica media is the middle layer and this is made up of muscular fibers. What was the first layer made up of? Which kind of tissues?
Fibrous.
Fibrous tissue.
And the middle layer, which we call as tunica media, this is made up of which kind of fibers?
Muscular tissue. Muscular fibers.
It is made up of muscular fibers. Children, please speak out so that I get to know your understanding or not. Come to the third layer, sabse andar wala. This is called tunica interna. What is the name?
Tunica interna.
Tunica interna.
Now, this tunica interna is a little complicated because this is again divided into 2 layers. Tunica interna is again divided into 2 layers. The outer layer is called as the elastic layer. The outer layer is called as what?
Elastic layer.
Elastic layer.
Elastic layer.
And the inner layer is your endothelium. The inner layer is what?
Endothelium.
Endothelium.
This outer elastic layer is made up of yellow colored elastin fibers. That is why, because it is made up of elastin fibers, we call it as elastic layer. And because this is made up of simple squamous epithelium, we simply call it as endothelium. So if I start looking at an artery, if I take a TS section of an artery and start observing it from outside, and I'll keep peeling in and try to reach inside the artery or a vein, which is the first layer I'll come across? I'm going from outside to inside, children. Outermost. Which one will I find first?
Tunica
Tunica
adventitia.
externa. Or tunica adventitia.
Which will be made up of which tissues?
Fibrous.
Fibrous tissue.
Fibrous tissue.
Okay. Now I have peeled off the outermost layer. So which layer will I go and find now?
Tunica media.
Tunica media. Tunica media is made up of which fibers?
Muscular fibers.
Muscular fibers.
Okay. Now tunica media also I have removed by peeling it off. Which layer will I be very careful in answering this now? Which layer will I find now?
Outer elastic
Outer
layer.
elastic layer.
Outer elastic
Elastic
externa.
layer. Very good, very good. Outer elastic layer of tunica.
Interna.
Interna.
I have removed the outer elastic layer, which was made up of elastin fibers. I will reach the innermost layer, and which is the innermost layer?
Endothelium.
Endothelium.
So if I go from outer to inner, it is externa, then media, then elastic layer, then endothelium. And if I go from interiormost to outermost, then can I have the sequence of layers, children? Innermost is?
Endothelium.
Then outer elastic layer. Then
Endothelium. Then
Outer elastic layer and then
tunica
tunica.
media. Then tunica externa.
And then tunica externa.
Very good. Now let's talk about the composition beta. The first one, that is tunica externa, was made up of which tissues?
Fibrous tissue.
The media was made up of?
Muscular fiber.
Muscular fiber.
The outer elastic layer of tunica interna is made up of?
Yellow
Elastin fibers.
And the endothelium is made up of?
Simple
Squamous epithelium.
Till here, if everybody is okay, let's go further. Though this diagram is not neat, it is quite untidy and complicating. But when you'll understand, you'll be able to draw very easily. This is TS of an artery, transverse section of an artery, and this is the transverse section of a vein. See, now I'll try and explain it to you. It is not difficult if you'll focus a little. Let's start from the outermost layer. What will be the outermost layer? We are going outer to inner. So which one will be this outermost layer, children?
Tunica externa or
Tunica
adventitia.
externa.
And when I go to vein also, can you see this outermost layer? Outermost layer here in vein case is also called as?
Tunica externa.
Now please compare the thickness of tunica externa in artery and tunica externa in vein. Which one is wider? Which one is thicker? Arteries or veins?
Veins.
Veins. Veins.
If you see, this is broader. I have tried to draw this broader, thicker one. You can make a neater one, no doubt. So this is thicker in case of veins. And if you see tunica externa here, it is narrow. So we have written tunica externa thinner. And this is thinner in the case of what? Artery or vein?
Arteries.
And it is tunica externa thicker in the case of what? Thicker in the case of veins.
Veins.
So let's go back again to the arteries. We have seen tunica externa. After tunica externa, which layer will come?
Tunica media.
Tunica media.
So this TM in a circle, short written TM, this is the second layer which is called as tunica media. What is it called? Tunica media.
Media.
See the width of tunica media over here, and TM over here is this tunica media. This is here. You will find that tunica media is thicker in arteries. Tunica media is thicker in arteries, and tunica media is thinner in what? In veins.
Veins.
So structural difference, if I talk about the structural difference, then the outer layer, which is tunica externa, is thinner in the case of
Artery.
Arteries.
And the middle layer, that is tunica media, is thicker in the case of what? Beta, you're getting
Artery.
confused.
Arteries.
Let me do it again. Tunica externa is thicker in the case of
Veins.
Thicker में veins.
veins. Beta. I did not ask thinner, I said thicker. So tunica externa is thicker in the case of veins, but tunica media is thicker in the case of arteries. Got the another difference between them? Two
Yes,
more
ma'am.
differences.
Yes, ma'am.
Two more
Yes, ma'am.
differences. So the first one, the outermost layer, see, I've tried to write it over here for you to remember. Conclusion of these diagrams is tunica externa is thicker in
Veins.
Veins.
tunica media is thicker in.
Arteries.
Arteries.
Now the last structural difference is the lumen. This shaded area, dark, untidy, dark blue ink. This is your lumen. Can you see this long arrow over here? What is this? This is your lumen. See the lumen? Lumen is wider in case of arteries or veins?
Veins.
Veins.
If you see this blue ink all over, this is your lumen. And here, this is your lumen. If you observe carefully, lumen is wider in the case of what?
Veins.
Veins.
Lumen is that hollow empty space you can see. Okay. So the three main structural differences discussed in now, tunica externa is thicker in the case of
Veins.
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 and tunica media is thicker in the case of
Arteries.
Arteries.
lumen is wider in.
Veins.
Veins.
Yes. So these were the three similarities and differences when we talk about arteries and veins. Similarity was both of them have three layers. Tunica externa, tunica media, tunica interna. Tunica interna is again outer elastic and inner endothelium. But despite the fact that they have three layers, there are some three differences also, structural differences. The three main structural differences are that tunica externa is thicker in veins, tunica media is thicker in arteries, and the lumen is wider in the case of what? In the case of veins. So have you got the structural idea about arteries and veins, about the similarities and differences?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Any
Ma'am, tunica
similarities?
interna is same in both.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am,
Tunica
tunica
and
interna
internal
is
thickness. Yes, the thickness is almost the same in both of them. Thickness is almost the same. Now, when I started this, I told you that these two are similar. When I started with this topic of blood vessels, I said these two are similar because they have how many walls? How many layered wall?
3 layers.
3 layers.
And we said capillaries are different because they have how many layer of cells around them?
Single layer.
Single
One
layer.
layer.
Single layer.
Single layer. So let us see how our capillary is going to look like. See, capillaries. Capillaries have only one layer of endothelium around this. Can you see this layer? What is it called as? Endothelium. So this is a TS of a capillary. This is how a capillary looks like. Capillary will have how many layer cells around it?
One.
Single
Only
layer.
one. And arteries and veins had?
3 layers.
3.
3 layers.
That is why when we talk about structural comparison, we put arteries and veins in one category and capillaries in the other category. Because arteries and veins have how many layered wall?
3 layered.
3 layered walls.
3 layer.
I'll be asking questions at the end. चलिए अभी आगे चलते हैं. We're going to compare arteries and veins. You have already given me many differences. Arteries take blood away from the heart and veins bring blood into the heart. This point has already come from you people. Arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood. This point also came from you. Exception is the pulmonary artery, and here exception is pulmonary vein. This point also has already come from you. It is not from me now.
And ma'am, also arteries has valves and veins do not have. No, ma'am, arteries don't have walls.
We'll
Veins
come
have
to,
walls.
yes, very good. We'll come to structural differences. Abhi, whatever you told me till now, every point you have already given me. This you gave me, this you gave me, exception wala part also you gave me. And I very well remember that this point also, I think Anshika only had given us, that arteries are deep seated under the muscles. Arteries are deep under. She's, I don't know, somebody said ki arteries under hote hain, veins upar hote hain. This point
Yes,
had come
ma'am.
from somebody.
Yes,
Okay, was it
ma'am.
Anshika?
Yes, ma'am.
I remember. She was trying to say the same thing. What are the words we'll use? Arteries are normally deep seated. They're deep inside beta. And why do we call them deep seated? Because they are under the muscles. They are situated where? They are under the muscles. Exception, there, ऐसा नहीं है कि everywhere they are deep seated. We have exceptions also. In some areas of your body, you can see the arteries. They are not deep seated. They are superficial. What is the word we use? Superficial. ऊपर से दिखाई देते. Like the wrist region, the neck region, the temple, and the ankle. So, which are the 4 places where arteries are not deep seated, they are superficial?
Wrist, neck, temple,
Wrist,
and
neck,
ankle.
temple, and
Temple
ankle.
and ankle region.
Very easily, you can actually trace out the arteries in these areas, but in all other areas, they're deep seated, they're under the muscles. If I talk about the veins, then veins are superficial because they're located under the skin. They're not under the muscles. They are under what?
Skin.
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 That is why they are superficial. ऊपर से easily दिख जाती है. So we got the next difference. This I have not given. This point also came from you. This point I am coming to something new which had not come from you people. Arteries do not have walls, and veins, they have walls. Can anybody think of a
Now I'm
reason? Let me hide this. Tell me the
Ma'am,
reason
because
why veins.
arteries. Ma'am, because in arteries the blood flows in high pressure or speed, while in veins the blood flows in low pressure or speed.
Excellent. And why does this happen, Bache? Why arteries the blood flows in high speed?
Because it is directly pumped from the heart to the organs, so the speed is high. And
Very good. She has given the answer because we have a pump. Children, if you see water pump, have you seen a water pump?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Water comes out, when water comes out of the pump, does it come out with a great pressure or it does come out like a normal tap?
And
Great
pressure.
pressure.
Great pressure.
Great pressure.
So wherever you have a pump, pumping organ, pressure has to be there. She's very right when she says that arteries, they receive blood from where? Perfect. I got this point also from your class. Yes, beta. There is a unidirectional flow of blood. It is always from heart to the arteries. So the blood in the arteries is coming from where? It is coming directly from the
Heart.
heart. And because heart is a pumping organ, so blood is flowing with a lot of pressure. There is no scope that it will go back. It's a unidirectional flow. कोई chance नहीं है कि वो वापस चला जाए. If you've seen a water pump where water is pulled up, normally घर में मोटर चलती है, पानी ऊपर जाता है, it fills in the water tank with a lot of pressure. Okay, but it doesn't come back because the direction is unidirectional because of the high pressure. वापस जाने का chance बिल्कुल नहीं. So we don't need valves to maintain the direction. Let us talk about veins now. Veins are going to bring blood from so many areas. I've given you an example of feet. Supposing the blood has to come from feet to the heart. Isn't the blood going against the gravity?
Yes, ma'am.
Blood is moving from the feet, it's going to heart, lower to upper, so it is going against the gravity, number one. And there is no pumping organ in the feet. Do we have any pumping organ? There is no pumping organ. So will the blood flow at a lot of pressure or a lot of force?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So the force is very less, the pressure is very less, तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. It can go up or it can even start going back in downward direction. So control the backflow. To prevent the backflow, we have walls in the veins. Arteries do not have walls because the unidirectional flow from heart to the arteries. Heart is a pumping organ. So blood is pumped out with a great pressure, great speed, and it flows in one direction. But when we talk about this veins, the blood is flowing. I have given an example of feet. You can have it from other directions as well. So blood is going to go anti-gravity. So the speed is going to be slow. There is no pumping organ. So we have to prevent the backflow. So to prevent the backflow, we have walls in veins. The next difference we have already done. Tunica externa is arteries, thinner or thicker?
Thinner.
And in veins it is?
Thicker.
What about tunica media in arteries?
Thicker.
And what about this? Veins,
Thinner.
tunica media?
Thinner.
6 differences we have done. Next.
Ma'am, one more difference I recall.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, the veins collapse on when they are empty, and arteries do not. And one more, ma'am, veins are deep red to something bluish in color, while arteries are bright red or pinkish.
Okay. Fine, fine. Very good. Too good. Excellent. Whatever keeps coming to your mind, keep sharing better. The next structural difference, lumen is narrow in the case of
Artery.
arteries. And it would be wider in the case of
Veins.
See, this is a very, very interesting difference. This is a very interesting difference between arteries and veins. Now, supposing there is a patient who has got an injury, we can easily make out कि उसका artery damage हुआ है या vein damage हुआ है. This is very simple to make out. Doctors very easily they can guess out that the damage is to the artery or damage is to the veins. Can you guess how? Anybody? Supposing there's a blood oozing out from a patient's injured organ, can you tell कि injury कहाँ पे हुआ है? Artery damage हुआ है कि vein damage हुआ है? Can you guess, beta? Anybody?
Yes,
By
ma'am.
checking the blood if
Okay,
it is
then how?
oxygenated
Ma'am,
or
flow of
deoxygenated.
blood. The
Flow of
pressure
blood.
by
How?
which it's flowing.
Yes, ma'am.
Pressure by which it is flowing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See, oxygenated, deoxygenated तो हम लोग वहाँ नहीं check कर पाएंगे at that time. But I have got 50-60% of my answer what this child told me, almost closer to my answer. If an artery is cut, the blood comes out in jerky manner. What is jerky? Speed breaker पे jerk लगता है? रुक रुक के.
Yes,
You know what is a jerk now? Supposing you have a speed breaker after every 1 minute, you say it's a jerky road. Jerk, एक झटका लगना. What is the word jerk means? झटके से. I mean pressure then pause, then pressure, then pause. This manner is called as jerky manner. What is this manner called as?
Jerky manner.
Jerky manner. And why blood comes into jerky manner, beta? Because blood continuously nahi nikalta hai from the heart. Every time your heart is going to contract, every time your heart contracts, it is at that time the blood is thrown out. This contraction of the heart and
Yes,
relaxation wala
ma'am.
part.
Because of
Yes,
systolic
ma'am.
and diastolic movement of
Systoles
heart.
and diastole. Very good. So every time your heart will contract, only then what is going to come out is blood. So contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. So every time वो contract करेगा, the blood will come out. So it will come out in not in a smooth manner. It's not a uniform flow. It is going to be which kind of a manner?
Jerky manner.
Jerky manner.
Jerky manner.
But if blood is
Jerky
flowing in a
manner.
uniform manner, then that means what is cut? Artery or vein?
Vein.
Vein is cut.
Vein.
Excellent. Understood this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's move on to the last point. Arteries get empty after a person's death, but veins still have blood even after death. What gets empty after a person's death?
Artery.
Arteries.
Arteries.
So this is the last point that we've just discussed, that arteries get empty after a person's death. It's a long, complicating process. And veins still have blood even after death. So these are the main differences. Very quickly, beta. The initial differences we have already done, and the differences came from you only. Let me tell you these initial differences you had given me. The structural differences I added on, and after structural differences, the last two differences which I've given are these only. If artery is cut, blood comes out in which manner?
Jerky
Jerky
manner.
manner.
Jerky
Jerky
manner.
And the blood flow will be uniform if what is cut?
Veins.
Vein.
Vein.
Arteries get empty after a person's death, but veins still have.
Ma'am, they do not empty.
You can find out from the net today and share it with us tomorrow in the class. Little bit information everybody should get. It would be interesting for you to find out that why arteries get empty after a person's death, but veins still have blood even after death. Will you find out?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, please find out. Little bit. I'm not saying entire thing, but please find out. You will be
Ma'am,
amazed
because
to see.
heart.
Maybe
Ma'am, because heart stop pumping. That's why the arteries do not have blood in them after that.
Okay, she has one logic. Let me know by tomorrow when we go in detail. Is she right? Very good, your efforts. Very quickly, let me move on to the human heart. I am not going to start the circulatory system I told you today. But when I talk about the human circulatory system, beta, it is basically so it is asking for the screenshots of the discussion that we had in the previous class, beta. Okay. By the time I'll just explain a bit, take a pause of 2 minutes. You people read this. Let me send the screenshots of and the videos of your recordings that I have of the previous class. Okay. By the time you read this, human heart, location, shape, just give me 1 minute. Okay, now we'll come back to this. I've sent the pics. Human heart. Where is it located, beta? Central space of the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. The exact position where it is located is known as mediastinum. What is it known as? Mediastinum. What is that exact place called? Tell me.
Mediastinum.
Yes, it's mediastinum. So when I say mediastinum, it is the cavity, bilkul exact center of the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. And it fits in a depression in the left lung, which that depression is called as cardial notch. Normally, सब लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Heart is located towards the left. It is not located towards the left. It is tilted towards the left. And why it is tilted? Because there is a depression in the left lung. There is a depression in the left lung, जिसमें बिल्कुल fit हो जाता है heart. बिल्कुल perfectly fit होता है. In which lung? We are talking about a depression in which lung?
Left.
Left lung.
Although I told you it is situated between the two lungs in this area, which is called mediastinum, if you cut the human body, बिल्कुल बीच में से half. Okay? So दोनों lungs के बिल्कुल बीच का जो space है, that is what we call as mediastinum. But beta, even if it is between the two lungs, the left lung has a depression. You know what is a depression? I hope you understand what's a depression. I'll show you in the figure followed. So there is a depression जिसमें ये बिल्कुल fit हो जाता है. And that depression, that part is called as cardial notch. What is it called?
Cardial notch.
Cardial notch.
That is why we feel the heart is located towards the left, though it is not located towards the left. It is just because it fits perfectly into that depression which is in the left lung. So we call it as, this depression is called as the cardial notch. Size, I think you know only. It is tight fist. This in class 9th or 10th you have done this. But the size of the heart is how much?
Tight fist.
Tight fist. And the shape, you know, is roughly triangular. Upper part is wider and then it keeps on narrowing down. This is what roughly the structure is. It is roughly triangular. Upper part is wider. When it goes down, it becomes narrows. Upper part is called the base. Very interesting part coming up now. Before I come to this outer structure, let me talk about the weight beta. The weight is different in males and females. In males, the weight of the heart is 280 to 340 grams. Okay, what is the range of weight in grams of a male heart?
280 to 340 grams.
And when we talk about females, it is slightly less than the males. It's somewhere between 230 to 280 grams. Okay, so this is the range of weight of the human heart in females, 230 to 280 grams. And in males, it starts from here, 280 to 340 grams. Beta, what I'm showing you in this structure is just how your heart looks from outside. अंदर से तो बिल्कुल अलग है. बाहर से अगर आप देखोगे, ऊपर से देखोगे, बाहर से देखोगे, before I cut and go inside, वो बिल्कुल ऐसा दिखेगा. The most interesting part is कि ये जो ऊपर वाला part होता है, broader part, इसको हम base बोलते हैं. Normally base हम हमेशा नीचे वाले को बोलते हैं. But the lower part over here is called apex. So when I talk about a roughly triangular part, then the upper part is known as what over here?
Base.
And the lower part is called as the apex. If you see, it is bent towards one side. Now this is your outer view. This is the outer view of a heart. It is nowhere looks like exactly वो जो 4 chambers and whatever आपने 10th में पढ़ा है, वैसा कुछ भी नहीं दिखता है if you see the heart from outside. If you see the heart from outside, बिल्कुल ऐसा दिखाई देगा. Roughly triangular, एक this kind of a shape, ऊपर से broad है, नीचे narrow हो रहा है, and ऊपर वाला part को हम we are going to call it as base, and this lower part is called as apex. बेटा 2 depressions बिल्कुल clear दिखाई देते हैं in the human heart अगर हम ऊपर से देखते हैं. This is the first depression. Can you see this line that I've drawn? First depression. I've written depression 1 over here.
Yes,
This is depression 1.
Yes, ma'am.
This separates the upper part from the lower part. This is the upper part of the heart, and this is the which part? Lower part. So the first depression जो आपको बहुत clearly दिखेगा अगर आप ऊपर से heart देख लो, I'm not talking about cut वाला, अंदर से नहीं देख रहे हैं. If you're not cutting the heart and seeing from inside, तो heart बिल्कुल ऐसा दिखेगा, roughly triangular. बेस इज ब्रॉडर, नीचे जाके नैरो हो गया है, ये डिप्रेशन बहुत क्लियर दिखेगा आपको, ये वाला। ये डिप्रेशन जो है बेटा, दिस इज गोइंग टू सेपरेट द अपर पार्ट फ्रॉम विच पार्ट? लोअर पार्ट. This depression is known as coronary sulcus. What is this depression called as?
Coronary sulcus.
Coronary sulcus.
If you want to learn this name, learn. If you don't want to learn, don't learn, because this is not given in your books. Why I have taken up today's session is कि आगे का part थोड़ा आपको easily समझ में आ जाएगा when I'll take up circulatory system. So we have a depression over here which is separating the upper part and the lower part. बस इतना भी याद रखेंगे तो बहुत है. If you want to learn, you can learn. This is known as coronary sulcus. एक और depression दिख रहा होगा, ये वाला. Can you see this depression? I've written depression 2 over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The upper part
Yes, ma'am.
contains your auricles and the lower part will contain your
Ventricles.
ventricles. And this depression is in the lower part. That means it must be separating the two auricles or ventricles.
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 So if you see the outer view of a heart, you will find two depressions. The first depression, coronary sulcus, separates the upper and the lower part of the heart. But the second depression separates the two ventricles. Is it okay? Upper part is base. This is, and this chota wala depression, niche wala. Okay. This is, what is it called as? Interventricular sulcus. What is this called as?
Interventricular sulcus.
Ventricles.